Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's JanelleAsha, JanSuprxme, whatever you want to call me. And today I'm coming to you guys with something new. Welcome to Over the Table. This is just a platform where I'm going to be discussing topics that don't really get spoken about with fellow young people. So I'm about to introduce my guests for this episode. Right, so do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm OJ, I'm from London and I study computer systems engineering.
I'm Sarah, I'm from Surrey and I study media studies.
I'm GB, I'm from Lincoln and I study economics.
So the first question I have for you guys is, do you think that being black has affected your university experience? I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say yes too.
No.
No too.
I'm going to say yes because, as an example, I was in my seminar like 2 weeks ago and we were talking about like the sexualization of like black women and white women and why black women are more sexualized, yeah? And it's like in that seminar I never ever speak. I think I've said maybe 2 or 3 things throughout the whole term. But then when she asked the question, she was like, why do you think that black women are more sexualized than white women? Bear in mind, I've never spoken. And in that moment, it was like everyone was looking at me like, okay, you're black, this is your experience, like you need to talk. And I felt like, why am I a spokesperson for black people? Like I don't feel like white people have that same experience. So that's why I'd say yes.
I don't understand how that's
it's just because I feel like I'm a spokesperson for black people.
No, but the reason what I was going to say was because you've never been in a... Because like I live in Surrey, so I'm predominantly with white people. Like I don't feel like I'm obviously being the only black guy, but I don't feel like I'm the only spokesperson. It's probably because you're from. I'm not saying that London people don't really have to experience that, talk about topics because you're surrounded by black people. So it's like you feel like because you're living full of white people, you kind of have to say something and they look at these kind of.
So when you're at home, like in Surrey, don't you feel like do you get asked questions because you're black? Yeah. So don't you feel like that makes you a spokesperson for black people?
No. Because I know that they're not, there are some ignorant ones that think, okay, like I can...
No, but she doesn't think being black is affecting her uni experience.
Yeah.
She feels like she's used to it. So what's different for you isn't different for her. So that's how she's been living her life. It's not affected the uni experience.
Okay.
I feel like you have to integrate into society, so like in the uni society. A lot of black people, like, they kind of distance themselves from white people. And I feel like you have to integrate into society, you have to mix with white people, you know. But
for me, that's off-putting. Because it's like, why do I have to go in and integrate? And that's what I mean, I feel like I become a spokesperson.
No, but it's not like you have to. Like, I feel like when I came, no offense, like, the black people that I met, they're mostly from London, they're all from predominantly black areas, isn't it? When they've come, they're seeing a lot more white people, and for them it's like they just don't want to socialise with them because it's like, it's not like it's a taboo, they're just like, why would I want to be friends with them, I don't understand. I'm just like, but you're in class with them, wouldn't you want to get to know them so they can help you build friendships? You're having a uni experience, why do you want to limit yourself and just be friends? I'm not saying you can't be friends with just black people, but it's like, people back home.
But at the same time, it's not the norm of what you're used to, so yes.
Yeah, I get it, but it's the mentality of like, I don't want to be friends with white people, that's rude.
It's not, I don't want to be friends with white people.
Yeah, it's not.
Just, you see something that you haven't seen before, and what that group of people are doing, and you're like, right, that's weird, I don't really want to associate with myself.
But not everyone.
Maybe it's because I've experienced.
No, that's what
most people we've experienced.
I don't even think it has anything to do with that. I get along with white people. Like I would say that I have white friends. Like I've made a few white friends here, but it's like when I'm in uni, like I'm in a seminar or something, I feel like being black is attached to me. Like, I don't feel like you ever see a white person, like, oh, you talk to a white person and you attach their race to it, but I feel like when they talk to you, when you talk about your experiences, it's always linked to you being black.
Is it because of your course then?
Probably, because my course is cultural studies, like we have to...
Is it predominantly white or...?
Cultural studies is white, but like the sociology department is quite mixed, I would say. So do you guys feel like being here, or like in general actually, things you do are attached to your race? Like let me just create a random situation. Hypothetically speaking, say you went to like a club or something and then one of you was to get into an argument with somebody, do you feel like they'd kick you out because you had an argument, or they'd feel like, oh my god, these black people, like all you guys do is cause trouble? Like do you ever have that feeling like it's more than what you've done, it's because of what colour you are?
I don't think so.
Ever?
I think 50-50.
It's actually how you present yourself, isn't it? Like, You can't say because I'm black and I'm having an argument, they're kicking me out.
No, I think in certain situations it applies, and certain situations it doesn't apply. So
it
in a club, I don't think it applies because if 2 white people are having a fight in a club and 2 black people are having a fight in a club, the result will be the same. They'll both get kicked out.
I've never seen it. I've only seen it once, where they took out
I feel like
aggressively.
And didn't you feel like it was very aggressive? Like for me, maybe I think too deep about things, but I was thinking I don't think they would respond in the same way. Like I feel like they always attach a certain type of aggression towards black people, and that's why they handle them with aggression. We were in a club, and then a black guy got taken out because I think they asked him to take off his hood or his hat. They asked him more than once, I won't lie, and they took him out because he didn't take it off. But the way they took him out, you would think that he came and punched a security guard in the face. Like they, you know, when you drag someone,
like put his head behind his like hands. It was just like they were, you know, like it wasn't.
Well, the security guards.
Yeah,
were white.
and I've seen in that same place.
Yeah, it was a black man.
So the security guard was black.
Yeah.
No, and it was the big white guy.
There was 2 of them.
But still, I feel like still black people can still do that to other black people because of race. But anyway, and in that same club, I've seen white guys get into heated discussions and they separate it. Like, it doesn't always get to the point where they get kicked out.
Makes sense.
It's a difficult, because I don't, when I see it, I don't straight away think black or white. I just think whatever the situation is, they pattern it however they can.
So do you feel like you're conscious of like your racial experience?
I feel like not with security, but I feel like, so say if I have a heated discussion in the club, I would think that other white people watching would be like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
this black guy. But I don't think the security then goes and judges. I think if you're causing trouble in the club, you'll get kicked out,
Yeah.
regardless of your race. But I feel like other people watching might then label you,
Yeah.
black people in clubs always fighting.
I feel like as black people, we have to, like, we're made to think, we have to
Be careful.
be careful what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, everything we do, we have to think about it.
Mhm.
And that's the way society is.
I don't feel like I try not to think of it 24/7. Like if I'm in a room full of white people, I can understand, but like I don't make it like my main thing to be like, oh my god, I'm the only black person in this room. Like, unless they make me feel like it, then I say like if there are certain topics about black people, like before I like secondary school, I used to feel uncomfortable. Like now, obviously I'm still the only black one saying it, but because I've like patterned up and I've understood that it's life, like I'm just like, okay, it's what it is, I'm gonna talk, and if no one likes what I say, then
About the black community at university, do you feel like we have a strong community? Like, are we united? Like, do you think, what do you feel about our black community?
I think it's good.
Do you think that we're supportive of each other, or do you feel like things are a competition between people?
Competition.
Why?
I don't know. Just with girls, to be honest.
The girl.
I was about to say
Always
that.
chat shit, but
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people supporting people on like Snap, social media.
Yeah, everyone's very supportive. Obviously, I'm not used to. Obviously, I was back home. I never kind of saw black people supporting into black people. So here, it's kind of nice.
no black people. Really?
But no, it was kind of nice. Like with you, like supporting your videos, and then like seeing other people. Like it's just nice to be able to see like we're all like together, and like different cultures like mixing or whatever.
But do you feel like our cultures mix?
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel like there's still like a kind of like okay, as black people we're
100%.
together, but when it comes to cultures and countries we divide?
100%.
We do.
Yeah.
I feel like half of us are united, half of us don't.
I feel like we're all united.
We're not united. I don't feel like, you guys know how to talk about that. The Caribbeans and the Africans, I don't feel like we're
Oh, yeah.
what did you say?
Nothing.
I don't feel like we're, but I feel obviously we're all from different countries. I'm Jamaican and I get along with you guys are African, but I still feel like there's a divide. I don't like, even if you talk about ACS for example, like there's no effort for Caribbean. I just feel like we have to stand together because we're all black, but when you look inside the black community, I don't really feel like there's unity amongst us, and I feel like that's a weakness.
Yeah, in that when you break it down like that, yeah, it makes sense. But then I don't know how. I feel like it's not always been like that.
I thought the Nigerian Ghanaian thing was just a joke, but people actually take it.
No, they actually take it seriously.
I think there's beef between African countries. I think there's more Caribbean versus.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not even Caribbean versus Africans, Jamaicans versus Nigerians. That's what it is, and I don't understand why.
No.
It is.
I don't feel like it
I'm
is.
Nigerian and from Trinidad.
And you don't even claim Trinidad?
Yes, because my mum hates Trinidad.
Exactly. Why?
She's half Caribbean.
No, I disagree because I feel like it is Africans versus Caribbeans.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's Nigerians versus.
I think people just pick a Nigerian.
Do you know what it is? Nigeria is such a big country that most people you meet are.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And the most Caribbeans you meet are
Are
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
That's true. They got my people them anyway. But in terms of like support for like black people in uni, 2 questions. Do you feel like we have enough support? Like, do you think there's enough societies for us, there's enough opportunities for us, like there's enough effort to bridge the gap between ethnic minorities and white people? And 2, do you feel like us wanting all these extra opportunities is us pitying ourselves? Like, no matter what colour we are, we all came to this university. Do you feel like it's fair for us as black people to want or to have like opportunities just because we're black? I'm not saying I agree with that, it's just a question.
I think in this uni they've done a good job in like including everyone. So there are enough societies for black people and there's enough societies for white people. Like, I don't feel like
You can
we're
always
excluded personally.
That's true,
In
you
terms
can
of
always
society.
make yours.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's more inclusive. Like, there's an ACS, which is Afro-Caribbean, and there's the Caribbean side, and there's WASO. I think it's just more specific. ACS is just African society.
ACS is African society.
Wow.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But that's the problem.
That's what-
Yes, that was the point I was making.
Okay.
That's what people think it is.
There's nothing.
Isn't
No, because we've done every ACS event has literally been
Yeah, that's true. There's nothing.
watching African movies and
That's very true.
True.
It even excludes, sorry to cut you, like other African countries. Because like there's never been a Congolese movie night. As a Congolese person, do you feel like there's effort to include you as a Congolese? Like your country, do you feel like you're included? I feel like you feel included
because I'm African,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's mainly prioritized to Ghanaians because it's
Ghanaians?
Ghanaians and Nigerians.
Oh.
Because
there's no wedding movie night. Unfortunately.
No, but like in general, you guys are the 2 most like countries there in ACS
I can't
anyway.
lie.
But
I've never-
Congo, like
I've
I would
never-
never hear anyone say anything about Congo in ACS like ever.
Yeah.
Like, not that I have a problem with it, but like.
It's like five
If it's
countries.
African, you're supposed to invite like everyone, like Kenya, like Sudan, but it's just never gonna.
So we're saying that we do well, but there could be more in terms of inclusion.
Yeah.
Alright, and like the second part of my question about like, do you feel like we're being pitied or pitying ourselves to like want extra opportunities, like not linked to societies or ACS or anything like that, but things like, you know, the things that they'll put in the ACS group chat, for example, like black females in accounting, I think was the latest one or something like that. Do you think that's fair?
What do you mean?
Like, if we're all students, regardless of our race, we've got white people, Asian people, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
do you think it's fair for black people to like, because the way that they've tried to bridge the gap, do you feel like that's fair? So like,
100%.
why?
Because how else what other alternatives?
But then,
I
like,
think you're trying to say, instead of it being, we're helping everyone, it's just, we're helping just black people.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was like.
I think that's fair because at the end of the day, whether it's subconscious or not, I feel like white people try and help their own people and black people try and help.
but if you was to say that to a white person, they
Obviously, that's what I'm saying, whether it's subconscious or not.
Yeah.
No, because that's just white privilege.
It's not white privilege, what?
But
what-
it is.
No, we're currently we're in a white country.
Yeah.
They're subconsciously helping their own, and I feel like black people should do the same and subconsciously or consciously.
I do think black
Oh,
people
black.
can say as well.
But then we can't say, can we say that?
We can't complain about. I don't think if you have a brand and you just want to help black people, you then can't go and complain that white people are just helping white.
No, but I'm
But
going to give an example. Say the white people were to come out and now say, okay, we have this opportunity and we only want it for white people. Like, everybody would be outraged.
Yeah.
So do you think it's fair for us as black people to have the way our opportunity ourselves?
Yeah.
Why?
Because for the minority in the
Do you
country.
know how much percentage?
Yeah, we are.
I'm not.
No,
I'm just,
saying.
you know,
No,
Yeah,
I'm feeling
no,
the
like, there's how many percent of us in the UK, like, we need that boost,
I think it's
like,
4% of us.
like, especially media, it's not.
It's like saying, it's like going to Nigeria and then being like, oh, this is to help young black people. No, that makes no sense because everyone there is already black.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't say black people. If you were Nigerian or white man, you would say, oh, this is an opportunity for white people. I don't think people would be outraged.
So if white people were now to come out and say they've created NGO for like white people and they're just trying to get white people into high corporate places, how would you guys feel? Would you think that's fair?
They're already in high.
But they wouldn't say it like that. They would.
No, but if they did say this,
if they didn't,
then that would be a problem.
But why?
But yeah, that's the thing. Why?
It's not a problem when we did it.
Because it's making it worse.
Because man.
Because they're the majority.
I think I'd only be outraged depending on who they targeted. Like, I think it's about your disadvantage. Like if they came out and they said, okay, we're doing something for like working class white males, then I wouldn't be offended because I know that like I think white males are like they do the worst in school or secondary school, something like that. So then to help them, it makes sense. But if someone was to come out and say like we're helping white university students who are middle class, blah 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 blah, then I'd be like, that's just widening the gap. Do you know what I mean? Is there, or what is the one thing you change to better your experience in uni, specific to you being black, not just you as a student? Nothing.
No.
You're happy.
I'm gonna wait for them to say the answer. Then
I think as a 6'5" black male, I think it's important that
You're definitely not 6'5".
a 6'4" black male. I feel like if I was to do uni again, I'll try and be friends with more people from different cultures.
I thought he was going to say short people, because why would you bring up your height?
I feel like there's still time to do that.
I just feel like
Yeah, but from the start, like I'll start going to more events.
Wait, for black people?
no.
Or white people?
Because I feel like at the point we are right now, it's a bit weird to like start making, like you can still make new friends, but it's a bit, like group's already set, so it's a bit weird.
But don't you feel like it's weird to feel like in your head, okay, I'm going to make a conscious effort to be friends with white people? Like that's weird, like you shouldn't...
No, but that
I'm trying to be more inclusive. I want to be more inclusive. I want to
That's
think
what I'm
about
trying to
races more.
Yeah,
Because
but...
right now it's, oh right, what white person doing that? I'm not involved. Or look at these white people. I want to change that into like let me embrace what they're doing or try it out.
At the end, there's still connection in it.
If I'm not friends with them after it, fair enough. But at least I've tried to see, like, do what they've done and not just look down on them.
I feel like I just try to change the narrative of like how people see Caribbean people. I feel like there's like a negative stigma attached to us. It's like we're rude, loud, rowdy.
Funny enough, all of them.
Okay, cool, but like in general, we're not all like that. Just like more effort for us to be the C in the ACS. You know what I mean? Proper.
In terms of management, not management, like in terms of leaders and that.
Yeah, but
there's
a Caribbean person on
one person out of how many roles?
I think there's a few, but still, I don't ever hear them talk.
Yeah, true.
Like I feel like in order for, do you know what it would be good to have like not two presidents, but like the president and the vice president, like you have to be diverse, like they shouldn't be. But then that's not fair to say, because what if you've got two strong candidates that are both from Nigeria? You shouldn't be able to say, okay, no, you can't be because you're both Nigerian. That's not fair. Do you get it?
Yeah. I wouldn't change anything in uni. I've had a good experience. I'm happy with the friends that I made. With me, I don't know about other people, but I vary with my friends. Like I still have friends that are white, Asian. Like I alternate. Like I don't think in my head I'm going to be friends with an Asian person or white person. I just, if they're like predominantly in my media class, I click with them. We talk, we hang out, we do what we do.
Yeah.
But I predominantly hang out with black people because that's what I
It
just
just
happen to be
happened,
friends
yeah.
with. That's just what happened. So.
What about you, Janelle? I'm joking, you have 5 friends.
That's the end of the video.
Anyway, thank you.
My channel's gonna be right there.
Follow my video.
If you want to follow them on social media, up to everything down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video.